Hello everyone and welcome back to Football United TV. I'm Maisy.
And I'm Matt, and this is La Ligue des Champions. Greetings, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a glorious week. I'm here with none other than legend. That is Maisy, my co-host for the show. How you doing?
I'm very well, thanks, Matt. How are you?
Not doing too bad. Rushed home just to get here on time, so apologies that we're 5 minutes late.
Perks of working from home.
Yeah, I wish I was in your shoes because I could just literally do vlogging during the day and do work. But of course, without work, seeing me do that, I don't know how I'd be able to get around that. But we've had the draw, haven't we, Maisy? Not successful the first time round. Took 2 times to do. Finally, we've got the draw that we all know we're going to be having in February. First of all, I think, Maisy, what did you make of that boshed up job of the draw?
You know what? I actually went live on my channel with the draw, and the first time round when I was watching it, I think because you're paying attention to the stream itself as well, I didn't notice what was going on, like what happened, that they missed us out with Atletico Madrid. And then when I seen loads of people like on social media crying like, we're the ones who got the harder team, this is ridiculous, I didn't want that, and and I thought you wanted PSG several days ago, and then you're crying saying we've got the hardest team. And then my friend said to me, you know that draw was a fix? I was like, no. And they showed me the video. I was like, nah, they can't be doing that seriously. That's a joke. So what I did, I was like, this is an absolute joke. So I think people saying it's Man United fans who complained, which is a lie. Atletico Madrid club itself complained.
Correct.
And they come out on social media and complain, but because of how vocal we are as a fan base, they'll blame our fan base for it. So, but I think they've done the right thing to do the redraw because it is classed as a void. But if they was passionate, UEFA was passionate about the Champions League, they shouldn't need to have a headphone or a mic or something like that to tell them what teams should go in that pot. They should automatically know that because us as football fans know who should be on the draw, who should be in the pot. So why doesn't UEFA know that? That is one of my big concerns as well, of how they don't know how their Champions League, how their draws even work. I even thought, though, the second draw wasn't clever when they said that Liverpool couldn't play VILLARREAL. I was thinking, what?
I think Liverpool would have liked that, even though they got we will talk
Inter
about
Milan.
Right, yeah, Inter Milan. Liverpool got they did have SALZBURG at first, so that was probably a better for them. But you know what? I guess Maisy as well with the FA Cup draw. You don't. It's different. They know exactly who the number is. Like it matches up perfectly. Maybe they should look at doing it like that next time.
I don't understand why they need to do such a mess up. I understand, like, I don't see why in the round of 16, why couldn't Manchester United play against Chelsea? It shouldn't matter what country each club comes from because they should be just seeded and unseeded teams. That's how it should be. And then the seeded teams should play against the unseeded teams. It shouldn't matter what country they were from and if they had them in the group stages. I think if you've got them in the pot, and you've got that chance of getting them. And I think that's how they should do it, plain as simple as that.
Simple as that. Sorry, I saw a message here from Talk saying, get your hair cut. Mate, told I'm saving it until Christmas to get it cut so I can get it done properly, get the trimmings, all that nice stuff as a little bit of a gift to myself for a a horrific year for I think everybody really. So a haircut for me, usually get them on my birthday, but this time is Christmas.
You saying that you get on your birthday sounds like you have it once a year.
Paul knows, because you usually have, if people say I have a bath once a year, it's on my birthday. He knows I have a bath every day as soon as I get a chance. So yeah, kind of like that, Maisy. But let's rock and roll, Maisy, who has been drawn out in the round 16 knockout phases. Let's have a look at the first set of games.
Yes, so the first set where we do have PSG versus Real Madrid. I think this is one of the games I'm actually most looking forward to seeing because Manchester United initially got PSG in the first draw. I know that they wanted that Ronaldo and Messi franchise, so they're probably devastated now because it's going to be an Mbappe and Benzema franchise instead. But I think obviously apart from Man United, I think this is the game I'm looking forward to second. What are you thinking of the game?
It's Ramos going back to face his old team, isn't it? And I believe he did come out the other day and said he's going to play like going out to beat his old team, which is kind of fierce talk from someone who is considered a legend at Madrid. I think it's going to be a really good game. I think, like you said as well, the fact that PSG was picked to play Man United, and everyone would have loved that because of the Pochettino link to being a manager, the Ronaldo Messi link, and you got Ander Herrera as well. There's a lot of links between PSG and Man United, and the history of the games with us like knocking them out in.
You forgot a certain individual, Di Maria.
We don't talk about Di Maria because he's nobody. He's a nobody. The only thing he's done in the last few years, Maisy, was win that Copa America, but he's never. I don't think he's. He has won the Champions League once. Give him credit for that. Real Madrid, didn't he? So actually, yeah, this is him going back to his old club as well. So it'll be an interesting game. It really will. Who do you think's going to go through? I can just see PSG scraping that. Real Madrid. I mean, Madrid ain't exactly the Madrid of old days, are they? So it's going to be difficult for them. What do you think, Maisy?
I think Ancelotti is trying to get the team good again at Real Madrid, and he is relying on his youth a lot, like Junior being one of them. He's obviously relying on Benzema quite a lot. Benzema, I think he's quite underrated because he's had a lot of stars around him, and knowing that the stars aren't there anymore, it puts out a little bit of limelight in Benzema, and people starting to realise the kind of player Benzema is. But they have obviously lost quite a few players. They've lost Ramos. They've lost Varane just in one transfer window. They've also lost players in the past, like they've lost Cristiano Ronaldo, which is always going to be that big blow for them too. And Zidane, losing him is a big difference because they've won 3 Champions Leagues with Zidane. I'm not obviously discrediting Ancelotti because what Ancelotti has done is absolutely incredible. How he has also won 3 Champions Leagues just at one club too, just like Zidane. So you can never discredit Ancelotti, but I'm sure a lot of Real Madrid fans will probably prefer Zidane over Ancelotti as a manager, in my opinion. But I think PSG, at the moment, they do play like 11 individuals on the pitch. They don't seem to work together. Like, you look at the games in the Champions League for PSG so far, they've only won 36% of the games. Yeah. So they've had 9 games and only won 36% of them. And when you look at the team they've got Messi, they've got Mbappe, they've got Neymar, they've got Ramos, who bear in mind, they don't hardly play. They've got Donnarumma.
Donnarumma, yeah, he's great.
He's got quite a lot of players there at PSG, but they just don't seem like they're working well together for me. It just feels like Poch hasn't blended them in and he hasn't found that right team to take that next step forward into getting to the Champions League final again for PSG. So for me, I think PSG will probably scrape that win. but I can't. I can imagine though Real Madrid will put up a good fight, especially knowing that they missed out on the La Liga last season. They also as well missed out on winning the Champions League last season. So they're going to want to come back a little bit more hungrier to win a trophy this season.
Yeah, I agree. Look, the thing is with my stance on PSG is I completely agree with you. They haven't seemed to click yet, but at the same time, PSG are the sort of team that takes a little time to get into these tournaments. We're talking about Champions League. So now that they're through, maybe they will start to gel a bit better. You know, they've been pretty goddamn good in Champions League the last few years, obviously reaching a final, getting semis. So it's going to be a tough game, I think, anyway. I really do. For me, I say PSG, just scrape it.
We'll go to the next game now, which is Sporting versus Manchester City. What are you thinking about this game, Matt?
Just want Sporting to win, Maisy. Just want Sporting to win. That's all I want to see. They deserved it after winning the league last year in the Portuguese, and fair play to them for getting through to the knockout stages. But to be fair, Man City are a force to be reckoned with, aren't they? They're doing great. They really want to lift the cup this year. Pep's like on his last legs. When I mean on his last legs, I mean he potentially wants to go at some point, but obviously Man City want him to win the Champions League before he even thinks about doing that. So the quicker for them, the better. And look, Man City's going to win this. Of course they're going to win this. Difficult to say Sporting are going to give them a battle. I don't think they will at all, unfortunately. It's just the way it is. I see City comfortable win here, Maisy.
I agree. I'd go for a Manchester City win as well for both the legs. When you do look at Manchester City, they are short on a left back. They're also short on a striker. But I'll tell you something, they can half work. They absolutely, as much as it pays me to say, they are such a good team and they can manage, they've got loads of different false nines who they can play against. I think if they put Phil Foden in that false nine against Sporting, I think it's going to be game over, if you want me to be fairly honest. Although I would really like Sporting to go through. I actually wanted Manchester United to go against Sporting, so it'd be a bit like a Cristiano Ronaldo and Bruno Fernandes reunion to their old clubs. I would have really loved that, and I was rooting for us to get Sporting, but it isn't always made to be, and maybe one day we can get them. But yeah, Manchester City.
When they knock out Man City, we'll get them then, Maisy. Yeah.
I like your optimism.
We can only pray. Should we read out some comments then before we go on the next game? Because we've got quite a few. Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in right now. Like, share, subscribe if you can. It means so much to the channel. We are literally very close to 700 and it's close to Christmas as well. So if you want to give a little this season, then yeah, please this way. Bring it. Push the buttons. Right, let's get onto it. Comments. Niall Kane, big up Niall. Big up, guys. That was a fatal farce, a total farce, and opened up a big can of worms. UEFA only have themselves to blame. That was a shambles and a disgrace. Agree with that, Maisy?
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely agree there, Niall. Fox's Focus, big up, guys. Hope you're both well. Thank you for coming in. Talk MU. Good evening. Good evening, Emery.
Good evening.
Good evening. I will get my hair cut. Talk. Fox's Focus. Breaking news. Burnley, Watford is called off due to COVID outbreak in Watford camp. See, we were talking about this yesterday. If you want to listen to what we think is going to happen and what we make of all this, the cancellations and the outbreak of this Omicron variant from South Africa, then check that out. It was yesterday. Brilliant conversation. So yeah, they're getting cancelled thick and fast, aren't they? It's unfortunate. Fox's Focus, evening talk. Niall Kane, get the hood back on, Matt, or hat. Oh, mate, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. You make me feel so pretty right now. Christmas time with Vaughan. All right, lads. Big up to Christmas time with Vaughan. Bath time with Vaughan. Such a good name. Howdy, Vaughan. Niall Kane says, well said, Maisy. Opened up a can of worms. And Christmas time with Vaughan says, we are all working from home now.
I am indeed. I'm literally dancing around all the time, working in my bed and stuff like that. It's, life of luxury until January.
Yeah, that's it. Rub it into all of us that still got to go to work, Maisie. You carry on. You carry on. Right, next game. Next game. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Next game it is Salzburg versus Bayern Munich. I'm sure Salzburg is one of the ones who isn't happy with the redraw because it was actually Atletico Madrid who originally had Bayern Munich. So I think this is just going to be a comfortable win for Bayern Munich. We know how well structured Bayern Munich is as a club, the personalities they do have at the club, and I would actually favourite them to be in the Champions League final. That's how well they are. And I reckon if they didn't have them injuries with Lewandowski last season, they would have easily beat PSG and would have beat Man City on that following leg afterwards. So Bayern Munich, comfortable win all day, every day for me. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, pretty much the same. I think Salzburg are quite lucky to get through. I'm not saying their performances are just all pure luck. They had to play well, of course. So I wouldn't write them off completely. Everybody that's got their places in the last 16, they deserve it. So you can only hope for a good match here. But like you said, I'm pretty sure I'd put my money on it. Bayern Munich going through to the quarterfinals after this fixture.
Next game, this is one I'm actually looking forward to as well. Inter Milan versus Liverpool. And I think this is another one what I'm really interested in. And for me, it's a hard one to call. What are you thinking about this game, Matt?
Well, Liverpool they had AC Milan in their group, didn't they? So they're going back to the San Siro. Inter Milan probably looking at going, oh, for God's sake, because they had Liverpool had 100% record in the Champions League, so they've done well at San Siro. They're not scared to go there. It is such a daunting place to go and get results. Oh, it used to be back in the day, but look, I think this is comfortable for Liverpool. I know AC Milan. Inter Milan are not doing too bad in the league. I know AC Milan are dominant at the moment. Bigs up to you, but yeah, I think Liverpool for me. Inter Milan struggling. They've lost a lot of players. Obviously, Lukaku left. Eriksen's had his problems as well. So, and Young left as well, didn't he? To go to Aston Villa. So they have lost quite a bit of squad depth. So it's Liverpool for me all the way. I know that Liverpool, of course, got their problems. Not problems, but players going to the Africa Cup of Nations, whether they get injured.
That could get cancelled, apparently. It could be getting cancelled. So that is going to be a bonus for Liverpool if they're not going to miss out on any of the players because they're not having to self-isolate when they come back knowing they're a red-list country. But I think Inter Milan, they can put on a good show when they need to put on a good show. I actually didn't think Inter Milan would have won their league last season, Serie A, but they did. And that just shows that they can put up a good fight. I know they're missing out on Lukaku, but I think Martinez is doing a good enough job at Inter Milan. And for me, I think it's always depending on Liverpool injuries, knowing that the squad depth, what they've got at the moment. Because if they have a couple of injuries by February, I think it's going to definitely favour Inter Milan because the squad depth is far too small for a club of Liverpool's size, to be honest.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, actually, on that. I just think Liverpool, for me, Maisy, maybe like a 3-0 win for the first game. And then Liverpool will probably just chill out when they come back to Anfield and just sort of take it from there. I think Liverpool will... It is at Milan first, right?
Yeah, it's Milan first, so maybe Liverpool might want to put on a good show for their fans at Anfield.
Well, they will do, yeah. I mean, of course they will do. It's Liverpool, isn't it? They want to put on a great show every time they play. But if they do well in San Siro, they might sort of relax, take it back, because of course they're still trying to be up there in the Premier League and get that title as well. So they'll want to look at whether they can rest players. So getting a really good result in San Siro will help Liverpool in the Premier League and the Champions League.
I agree with them points completely. We'll go on to the next one now. Chelsea versus Lille. I think it's just going to be a comfortable win for Chelsea. Chelsea are getting their players back from injury. Kante's coming back, Kovacic is coming back, Jorginho's back. So their injury crisis isn't as bad as they made out, because they only missed out on 3 midfielders when they could have dropped Mount back, they could have dropped Kai Havertz back, they could have brought in a Loney back from again. So their injuries weren't as bad as they made out. But now if this keeps how it is, they'll have a full squad ready for the game against Lille. And we do know that Chelsea, they're very well structured, they're very clinical under Tuchel as well. So I really think this is going to be comfortable for Chelsea. What do you think, Matt?
Yeah, it's Chelsea all the way, isn't it? And I know they've been derailing a little bit, haven't they? Everyone thought that Chelsea were superior. No one's going to beat them this season. They're going to win the Champions League again. They're going to win the Premier League. But they haven't been doing that great recently. So, look, Lille will look at it and go, tough game, tough team, great manager, great squad. Obviously, the winners of last year as well. So, Lille will go into it, complete underdogs, of course. And they might actually get something out of it. You never know. Lille did win their league last year as well.
They're not doing too good in their league this season, though, are they, Lille?
Not at the moment. No, they're not. And look, I hope that they do, because I like that Lille, my favourite team in France. But I do hope they beat Chelsea. Come on, I do. But realistically, I can't see it. I think Chelsea, yet again, dominant from them, and they'll probably want to get a very good result at home, because going to Lille will be tough.
Yes, I agree. The next game here, Villarreal versus Juventus. So this one for me is also very hard to call, because Juventus are picking up the form. They've only lost 1 game in the Champions League. Villarreal, I actually can never discredit Emery for what he has done at Villarreal. He obviously was at Arsenal, got them to the Europa League final, had a poor start to the following season, he got sacked. He went to Villarreal, they won Villarreal their first European trophy, got them to the Super Cup, obviously lost on penalties to a very clinical Chelsea team, which I think is a great achievement itself, because they went to penalties with Manchester United too. And Manchester United didn't make a substitute for 106 minutes, something daft like that. And what I really did admire about Emery is that he has also brought Villarreal to their first Champions League knockout stage since 2008/2009 season. And I think Villarreal will put all they can in to try and win against Juventus. But I think Juventus, with them picking up form, I think it's going to be very tough.
It's going to be very tough. But like you said as well, Juventus picking up form. They haven't been that great this year, Juventus. And of course, they're under some super trouble with what they've been doing in Serie A, like financially, etc. So for me, this is a close game. Villarreal are not pushovers. We know that. And like you just said with Chelsea, it was on penalties in the final of the Super Cup. So they're not, on paper, you look at them and you go, yeah, it should be able to win that. But look, Villarreal are an amazing team. They've got great players. They work together as a unit and should never be underestimated. And Emery is a good manager. I mean, how many times he's won the Europa League? And now he's finally in the knockout stages of the Champions League, which is where he wants to be. And you can't doubt him for a minute that he's going to try and do everything he can to get as far as he can for Villarreal. And I'm pretty sure the fans, the board are all applauding him. I know there was a point where he could have been going to Newcastle, and Villarreal pretty much put Newcastle and him in their place and said, well, you contracted with us. You've got a better team than Newcastle. I think you should probably stay. You're in the Champions League. And he did stay. And look, now he's in the knockout stages. So well done to Emery. Should never have gone to Newcastle. So well done for not doing that.
I think he might actually try harder in this Champions League, because when you look at La Liga is a two-man race. I know people are saying, well, what about Barcelona? Barcelona won't win it. So it's going to be out of Atletico and Real Madrid to win the league. Villarreal isn't going to win the league, and I don't think they'll be favourites for any kind of cups in Spain neither. So I reckon what Emery's going to do, he's going to probably try and concentrate on the Champions League, because he probably thinks that's one of his better chances of winning a trophy for Villarreal. And he'll probably think, we've won the Europa League this season, the following season we've won the Champions League. So it's quite a big achievement to do as a manager at a team like Villarreal, because Villarreal isn't considered a massive club compared to the other clubs who are in La Liga. So it will be an absolute amazing achievement for Emery. So I think that's what he'll do, is concentrate on.
Yep, agree. So you think Juventus are going through on this, Maisy?
You know what? I'm gonna pick Villarreal to win.
Villarreal to win. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to say that too. Should we go through a few more comments then, Maisie? We got loads here. Has everybody got 4 hours to spare? Because it's going to take quite a while to get through these, and I've got to remember where we were, which was here. Here we go. Niall Kane. Salzburg the first time, then Inter. Vaughan, where's my bath, mate? I asked Father Christmas for a new bath because it's Christmas time with bath time, Christmas time with Vaughan. Okay, where is his bath? Get him his bath for Christmas. Make sure it comes with water as well. Whilst we all agree I should be in charge of baths worldwide, unfortunately, I'm not. What do you mean Bath City? Do you mean the football club bath, or do you mean a bath?
You might mean the country, the city bath itself, not as in the football club bath.
Yeah, bath. Mr. Silver Fox, good evening, legends. Good evening to you, sir.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming in. Smash like if you can. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Christmas time of Vaughan again. One of my hot takes is the most overrated player in world football at the moment is Donnarumma. Okay, fair enough. Noel Kane. You're the talks of Bath for him. I asked Santa for a bath, mate. Mince packed in 2 weeks ago. Can you tell Santa? I'll tell Santa, bruv. Don't worry. Mr. B from the Man United agenda. PSG win both legs. I can agree with that, actually. I could agree with that. Yo, Maisie Berry and Matt, big up yourselves. Big up, Mr. B. Love Mr. B. Big time. Good lad. Christmas time with Vaughan. You'd think Cruz, Casemiro and Modric would win the midfield against Verratti, Gueye and Wijnaldum / Herrera. Would you say so, Maisie?
No, I don't believe so. Their midfield is quite an aging team, but you also look at Verratti and think he's an injury-prone player as well. He's out more than he plays. That's how injury-prone he is.
Yeah, that's true. Mr. B says, big up bath time. And Charlie here, but big up Charlie. And if you want to check out the Europa and Conference League review show tomorrow, go check it out tomorrow. Actually, he'll tell me a time tomorrow because he doesn't have to do it at 10 because there are no games tomorrow. So check that out tomorrow. Noel Kane, big up Mr. B. Christmas time again. Shout outs to Mr. B and Santa. And last but not least, Talk MU. Yes, Mr. B, my G. Good rhyming there, Talk. Good rhyming, mate. P. Diddy will be impressed.
If we ever need a poem, we know we can go to Talk.
Right, where are we? We got how many games? Right,
Two more games. Two more games to go.
2 more games, and we'll shout out the rest of the comments, and then we're ending it off. Maisie, let's get onto it.
The next game we have is the game I'm looking forward to the most: Atletico Madrid versus Man United. Everyone knows that Atletico Madrid is a good team. The thing is with Atletico Madrid, I think if they score past us first, they'll end up parking the bus for the rest of the game. I think that's what they'll end up doing. And the thing is with Atletico Madrid, they've been a very dirty team this season, so I can imagine to making quite a few tackles. So far, they've played obviously 9 games in the group. They've had 11 yellow cards and 3 red cards. So they've had more yellow cards than they've played games in the Champions League so far this season. That's how crazy it is. So I think if we are wanting to win, we need to score past Atletico Madrid first, and we need to score a couple. Because if we score first, they'll obviously get their high horses on it. But if they score first, they'll park the bus. So I think Manchester United need to be extremely careful, and we do need to press on them because it'll make them frustrated, and another potential yellow red card for them because we know how dirty they have been this season in this Champions League so far. Of course, I'm never going to bet against my team, so Manchester United to go through. What about you, Matt?
Oh, I'm going to say Atletico. No, of course I'm not. I mean, no, look, I said this, I think, with you. You don't underestimate Atletico. You saw what they did with Liverpool that time when Liverpool were like, yeah, we're through. You're coming to Anfield. We're smashing you. And then they go and beat them. So, look, it's going to be a difficult game. It's not as difficult as it's not as difficult as, say, the PSG game would have been, Maisy. But I can see Man United getting through this. And it's good that we're playing away, I think, for the first game. I really do. Yeah, Man United comfortably for me. And when I mean comfortably, I think because we got on the second leg at Old Trafford, we should be dominating there. We should be making sure that we get through to the quarterfinals. Can't be.
I was actually looking at the ticket prices on the Atletico Madrid website for Manchester United, and when I was looking at the Old Trafford game, it said no Atletico Madrid fans allowed. So I'm wondering, why isn't Old Trafford letting the Atletico Madrid fans in?
Is it because of COVID?
I'm not too sure because they didn't say no Man United fans for Atleticos.
Well, it's weird because I think last time when Liverpool played them, it was just before this whole lockdown thing.
Before COVID, yeah. Because they won, didn't they, Atletico?
And everybody moaned, didn't they, going, well, we had people from Madrid coming over for the game, and that sort of made things worse with the spread, apparently. I mean, who knows? That's what they were saying. So maybe it's something to do with that. I mean, we'll have to look a little bit further into it nearer the time because anything can happen in the next six or 8 weeks. So that'd be disappointing if fans can't travel because, you know, you want to go and watch Champions League games and knockout stages, especially away as well. If you're, you know, an English fan going over to Spain or Italy, or it's a great little getaway, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, we just want to catch a tan in February.
I doubt you will in Madrid, but yeah.
A girl can dream. A girl can dream.
That is true. I'm going to go California then, Maisie. California's always hot all year round, tell you.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet it's lovely. Should we go on to the last team now, which is Benfica versus Ajax? And I'm going to go for a comfortable win for Ajax. I think Ajax from 2019 to Ajax now is a much stronger team. I really rate Ten Hag for rebuilding the team back up again after 2019 as well. I think he's an absolutely brilliant manager. I do think Benfica has done very well to get as far as they have, but I think Ajax is a much better team on paper, and I actually do favourite Ajax to get through to the Champions League final as well. So I'm gonna go for an Ajax comfortable win. What about you, Matt?
Oh, yes. You know how much I love Ajax. So comfortable for them, and like we said before. Sorry, I'm beeping all over the show here. Like I said before, Ajax getting through comfortably with 100% record, wasn't it, in the group stages? So you can't put off Ajax. I know people say, like, you know, it's not the sort of club that people like, you know, Haaland or anything would go to in their career when they're at their prime. But Ajax have got a great academy. They're run very well. Great manager as well. Lots of things about Ajax that are very impressive. And I personally, because I've seen Ajax so many times in the Johan Cruyff / Amsterdam Arena, just love the club. So I hope they progress. Hope they do very well. I'm a sporting fan in Portugal, so Benfica going out, that's absolutely cool with me. You don't want your rivals going through to face each other potentially. So Sporting in, Benfica out. I'm going with that. You?
So that's all their games. All the games what we have gone through today. So we've gone through all of the 8 games. should we go through the remaining of the comments as well, wherever we were up to?
Where were we? Where were we? We were.
I've got where we're up to. I'll do the comments if that's
Yes.
better.
God, yes.
Mr. B, Charlie, Tarka Mew, yes, Vaughn, big up Charlie, and hi Niall. We got Mr. B, Niall, Christmas time with Vaughn. Shout out to Talk and Rudolph. Who's Rudolph? Are you meaning the deer?
Yeah, who is Rudolph?
Mr. B, Talk, my G. Niall Kane, shout out to all of the cat dogs, NHS, key workers, school teachers, doctors and nurses for making the world a better place, and the postman. Yeah, big up to everybody who has helped us during the coronavirus. Niall has said Manchester City will win both legs. Mr. B, Man City, no issues with Sporting. Niall, if Sporting aren't switched on or focused, then Man City will run over the top of them and destroy Sporting, in my opinion. As a win for City, just a matter of how many goals, says Christmas time with Vaughn. Niall, guys, what's the thought on the wages getting docked? Saw it on Sky Sports News. I haven't read about it, to be honest. Have you read about it, Matt?
Wages getting docked. Who for?
Not a clue. I don't have a clue what's going on. If you can elaborate a little bit further in the comments for us, Niall, it's much appreciated. Yeah. Christmas time with Vaughn. Yes, Maisy, work from home gang. You know this. Charlie, big up Mr. B and Talker Mew. Niall, Salzburg to win the first leg and Bayern will win the second leg. So 2-1 on Ags and a can of Red Bull. I've got 2 Red Bulls in my fridge, by the way.
How did you get 2 Red Bulls in your fridge? It must be a very big fridge or very small Red Bulls. Or you mean actually the drink? Okay.
The drink Red Bull. But I won't get into Red Bull a little bit too further. I don't want to make some red faces for people.
Other energy drinks are available, by the way.
Yes, this Monster. Mr. B, Bayern by more than 6 goals over both legs. Niall, Bayern to go through. Gutted you can't edit your comment if you make a mistake. You can remove it. So if you can remove it, you can rewrite the comment all over again. I think you can just hold on to the comment and then delete it through that way.
Also, no, there's a good way of getting around that. Is just make sure before you press enter that you wrote it all correctly. Because even then, at the end there, you wrote it incorrectly, even though you were trying to say that. Funny. Christmas time with Vaughn. What's he saying, Maisie?
Bayern Munich have got the most sophisticated press I've ever seen. If they win the Champions League, we will see it everywhere. I agree. I completely agree. Yeah. Mr. B, Liverpool will demolish Inter.
Unfortunately, Maisie, he's true about that. Mr. B, I wish you were lying, but you're not. You're right.
I'm going to hold some kind of hope for Inter. I'm going to hold a tiny bit of hope. I held hope for Benfica and Barcelona to get into the Europa League, so I could be right again still. Yeah. Christmas time with Vaughn. I think Liverpool will be over in 25 minutes.
What, 25?
Wow. Niall, draw. Go on.
I was just saying, give him a bit of a chance to be over in 25 minutes. I mean, come on. Like, we want to see good football. 25 minutes?
Oh, I know. Draw in the first leg and Liverpool to progress in the second leg to reach the last 8. Someone's phone is going off. Send help. Naughty, naughty Matt.
Not me. It's them messaging me. Today I'm never popular. No one ever calls me during the whole day. Suddenly, when I get on a live stream, boom, 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 and it ain't anything.
I've already got loads of notifications on my phone. Niall, Chelsea to win both legs in that one. Christmas time with on. I think this could be an upset. I'm not convinced by Chelsea. Ooh.
Right. Go, Vaughan, please give us a little bit more on that. That's very interesting.
He said here they don't create enough chances if you shut down Reece James. That is a very good point because Reece James is their creative player. Reece James has got the highest goals and the highest assists in Chelsea so far this season. He is an absolute amazing player. So I actually agree with Ron's comment. I think they do lack creativity when Reece James isn't on the pitch and when Azpilicueta plays as that right wing back role.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Niall, but looking at it, Chelsea v Lille could be a potential banana skin. Christmas time with Vaughan. I don't know about Juve, but Villarreal are a nightmare to play. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Niall, another potential banana skin in that one. Juventus will have so much quality on the night and go through over 2 legs, in my opinion. Christmas time with Vaughan, I go Villarreal on pens. There isn't no away goals anymore, so it will go to pens if, for example, it is the same on AJAX.
There's no away goals. Don't say that. Oh, what are they doing? Why have they got rid of that? Why has that just come to my attention? That's made it rubbish now. I liked away goals because it made it more.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that bloody result with Ajax and Spurs. You wouldn't have got that. You wouldn't have got that.
Spurs and City as well.
Oh, it's just no. I'm not happy about that. I'm annoyed.
How did you only just found out?
Stop the show now. Let's stop it. Cancelled. No.
Christmas time with On, I'm absolutely pooing myself over this game. Simeone is unquestionably a better manager than Rangnick, and it's taken Liverpool years to transition to a full-on press. Niall, draw in the first game and second game, Man United will batter them. They are a dirty team. They don't play football. Get an early goal. They will make sure they pack the blue butt and kick United off the park. Christmas time with Vaughan, Brexit rules, Spain have to accept double vaccinated visitors, UK doesn't. Okay, that's interesting, I didn't know that. My birthday's in February, it will be past by the time the knockout games are taken off. Happy birthday for February. Ajax to win both games, great manager, big up, big Eric. Ajax are well overhyped, but Benfica are probably the weaker team. Niall, whose phone is going off? That's Ollie phoning. Why is Ollie ringing you?
Yeah, he's not ringing me. It should be me ringing Ollie, saying, "Oi, mate, what you doing?"
It's Everton ringing Ollie right now for an interim job.
Is that it? Is that all the comments?
No, there's still a couple more. Mr. B, draw 1, win 1, Ajax to go through. Christmas time with Vaughan. If players haven't been fully vaccinated, it's being proposed they are fined for any time they miss due to COVID.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that rule. I don't like that.
I can't remember, Maisy. I heard it on TalkSport that English players or teams, due to COVID reasons, someone help me back. I need to back up my facts. I hate away goals. It's more exciting without away goals. It's more exciting with away goals. And when you look at it, the teams work harder, I say, without the away goals.
Well, you work harder away. Yeah, you work harder away, which you want to see teams going away and trying to win. Like, look, I have to pull it out. The Spurs game, if you just wouldn't have got that result, you wouldn't have got that amazing end to the game without that away goals. They won on the aways, it made it
twice on the aways that season. They won twice on away goals.
Back in the day, you kind of thought like, oh yeah, why away goals? I know some people didn't like it, but look, it's going to be now I don't know. It's just. I'm actually really disappointed by hearing that today. It's hurt me.
Yes, that's all the comments what we have gone through. They're all done.
They're all done. We got another 3 coming up. You sure? Oh, no. Sorry, that's me. That's me. I didn't.
I done them.
There we go. She's good at this, isn't she? Everybody, give us a like. Give us a like, please, everybody. If actually we have got one more. The team from Norway who beat Roma 6-1 got Celtic in Europa Conference. That is actually, can I talk about that Norwegian team? They are the Norvis team in Europe playing in Europe at the moment. I think they're at North Norway, which is a very high up on the top of the map. So they are the novice team in the competition. So well done to them as well, because they don't usually do this well, and it's I think a struggle for them because of the weather conditions in North Norway. There you go, Maisy. That's it. We can go now. We're done. We got one more comment as well. Are they Trosmo? It is Trosmo, isn't it? I believe it's Trosmo. I believe it is. But don't. Well, I'm not 100%. I'm 80% on that. Right. We'll finish up then. We're back. When are we back, Maisy? When do these games? February
the 16th. We're back. That's when the first leg is on.
Brilliant. So we are back. I guess, do we come on a week? No, we shouldn't come on a week before. We've done this already, so we can actually come on when the games have happened. So everybody will be on. Is that the Wednesday, the 16th?
The 16th. Let me have a look. So we should be back around the 17th of February. That'll be when we're back. Wait, 17th. Oh, it is the 16th of February. We're back 16th of February because it's Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday. Yeah, 16th of February we'll be back.
Sweet. 16th February, 10 o'clock p.m. after the results of Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so we can run through them with a fine comb. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Maisy, thank you once again for co-hosting with us. This is a brilliant show. I see it going places. Like, we have this, great bounce off from each other. So why don't you tell everybody where they can find you? And you've got a great show coming up tonight as well on Devils United.
Yes, you can find me on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Devils United, which is there. I'm actually going live at 8 o'clock tonight. I'll be discussing about the coronavirus, about Brentford game being postponed, and how this is going to affect Man United's future games if the games obviously do continue to be postponed. I do have a special guest on tonight as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be a brilliant show. I just want to say big shout out for Football United TV, absolute brilliant show. But after you go and subscribe to me, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to Football United TV on the road to 700 subscribers. Let's do it before the new year, everyone.
She puts it perfectly, and I hope you can reciprocate exactly what she says. Please help us out if you can. We are very close. If you know friends, family members, fake accounts, don't care how you do it. Let's get to 700. What's it, Mal? We do this for fun. It's not really like, I'm not really, like Amonde's said so many times, not overly that bothered about making it huge. We're not trying to be the biggest channel in the world. We're just trying to get a decent community to talk football to. And once we hit that mark, which we're not too far away, then happy days, excited for the future. Right. That's it from us. Tune in tomorrow for Europa League conference and Europa League and conference review with little Charlie Hibbert from Dugout Daily. Until then, everybody, have a pleasant rest of your week. Christmas is almost upon us, so keep safe, keep warm, and enjoy yourselves. Take care, everybody.